GEIB-IPD Enforcement Mission Brief. This is the Enforcement Mission Brief of the Global Enforcement and Intelligence Bureau, International Police Division, Shield and Sword of the Cherokee Indigenous Tribal Nation. Section 1. Who we are. GEIB-IPD is commissioned under Article 30 of the SITN Constitutional Charter through two parallel instruments, Parent GEIB Enforcement Trust, a 26 U.S.C. Section 508C, 1A, Ecclesiastical Enforcement Trust, and GEIB International Police Division, INCAR, an Illinois nonprofit corporation in good standing and recognized in multiple states. This dual structure weds sovereign tribal government trust immunity to the familiar corporate formalities that courts, insurers, and intergovernmental partners expect of a public safety agency. All patrol vehicles are fully insured under the Law Enforcement/Emergency Vehicle class, authorizing lights and sirens pursuit and emergency response anywhere our jurisdiction reaches. Section 2. Our legal foundation. 10 authority pillars under tribal, constitutional, ecclesiastical, commercial, humanitarian, national, and international law. We exercise 10 core enforcement powers under the numbers list. Number 1. Tribal Police Authority, intrinsic power to enforce peace and order on SITN territory. Number 2. Contract Police Authority, arrest and investigation under mutual aid or cross-deputation MOUs with municipal, county, state, federal, or foreign agencies. Number 3. Private and International Police Authority, corporate security, and citizen arrest powers anywhere lawful agreements or universal jurisdiction allow. Number 4. Ecclesiastical Police Authority, protection of sacred sites, clergy, rights, and religious property under the First Amendment RFRA and Section 508C1A. Number 5. Secured creditor/commercial enforcement, replevin, levy, or contempt arrest to secure debts and UCC perfected liens. Number 6. Humanitarian Protection Authority, extraction and shelter for endangered civilians, trafficked persons, or human rights defenders. Number 7. Asset Protection and Recovery Authority, seizure of surety bonds, public funds, or private assets when judgment or statutory duty is ignored. Number 8. Treaty and Sovereignty Enforcement, investigation and prosecution of breaches against indigenous treaty rights and tribal self-governance. Number 9. International law and human rights enforcement, detention or referral for crimes such as torture, genocide, and trafficking under universal jurisdiction. Number 10. Peacekeeping and Disaster Response Authority, checkpoints, cordons, and emergency operations to protect life and critical infrastructure. Bonus pillar number 11. Audit Police Authority, GEIB-IPD conducts covert and overt audits of governments, corporations, financial institutions, and NGOs. We examine compliance, discrimination, civil and human rights records, Geneva Convention duties, fiduciary controls, and environmental impact. Findings move to state, federal, or international justice systems because corruption and policy abuse are crimes with global consequences. Section 3, Seikuch, What We Do, investigate criminal activity, fraud, misconduct, and treaty violations. Audit agencies, businesses, and individuals for accountability. Humanitarian missions, disaster relief, medical aid, evacuation, religious missions, defense of sacred spaces and freedom of worship. Covert operations, intelligence gathering and special assignments, protect tribal lands, contract lands, assets, resources, and citizens. Section 4, Administrative Oversight Authority, GEIB-IPD, is the compliance arm for all SITN and GEIB subdivisions and any public business we engage. Oversight spans state, federal, tribal, and international law, treaties, covenants, and intergovernmental agreements, policies, procedures, and protocols, constitutional and customary law, human rights, and civil rights guarantees, financial and operational compliance security, safety, and ethical standards. Our pledge: integrity, transparency, accountability, and lawful operations at every level. Section 5. What we investigate: criminal conduct and racketeering, fraud, waste, or financial misrepresentation, government or police misconduct and abuse of authority, workplace discrimination, retaliation, or harassment, obstruction of justice and evidence tampering, human rights, civil rights, and indigenous treaty violations, religious freedom violations and hate crimes, environmental crimes affecting tribal lands or sacred sites, crimes against humanity or indigenous nations, any commercial lion filings, surety bond claims, or UCC Article 9, Measures 6, Dutch jurisdiction beyond borders under Article 30, GEIB-IP. D may project authority outside SITN territory whenever tribal, commercial, humanitarian, or treaty-protected interests are at stake. The legal anchors: the Supremacy Clause and historic treaties, including Dancing Rabbit Creek. Ecclesiastical immunity under Section 508(c)(1)(a). Illinois trust and nonprofit statutes, customary international law, and the Geneva Conventions. Any official who disregards these layered protections or mislabels our credentials triggers liquidated damages, $100 million per infraction, plus statutorily preserved remedies. Section 7. The Oath. I will faithfully uphold the Constitution, sacred laws, and charter of the Cherokee Indigenous Tribal Nation, discharge my duties under the 10 authority pillars, defending life, liberty, treaty rights, and creator-given dignity without discrimination, enforce commercial remedies with integrity, and execute my office with courage, prudence, and respect for international humanitarian law. So help me God, the Creator. 2 originals are signed, one kept in the Marshal's personnel file, one sealed by the Tribal Council. Section 8. Why we audit. The bonus pillar in action. Audit police authority is not paperwork. It is preventive law enforcement. By stress testing books, protocols, civil rights records, OSHA logs, procurement trails, and battlefield adherence to Geneva standards, GEIB-IPD, surfaces threats before lives or assets are lost. Confirmed violations are packaged into state AG referrals for fraud or public corruption charges, civil rights complaints to DOJ, EEOC, or IHRC, human rights dossiers for UN, special rapporteurs, and OAS commissions, commercial code filings to freeze assets and indemnify the nation. Audit results protect SITN citizens, partners, and the public purse. And they remind all actors, sovereignty polices itself, but it also polices you. GEIB-IPD does not seek permission to enforce our rights. We assert what is ours: sovereign, protected, unyielding,